Let's talk. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. You are watching Let's Talk with Mo. I am your host, Miss Mo. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk with Mo. Thank you everybody in advance for subscribing and your comments and your sharing. I really appreciate it. Please continue to subscribe and share and comment. So let's get started. Everybody's talking about this and I have interest in this because, like I said before in one of my other shows, if I don't have interest in it, you're not going to see me talk about it. But if you want to see me talk about it, send me the idea of what you want me to talk about. I will talk about it if I get the request for it. If I don't, if you assume that I'm going to talk about something just because it's trending, no, not all the time. So this show is going to be about the big talk. Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. Remy Ma had a beef with Lil Kim years ago. This stems back to a decade ago. And they have since patched things up, gone on tour together and all that kind of stuff. So Remy Ma recently, put claims that Nicki Minaj stole a line from her and that Nicki had Remy's back, while she was locked away in prison. But all that has been, all that's been going on quietly. It's been going on for the past year in 2016. Everything's been, quiet on the low until now. Nicki Minaj did a collaboration with Gucci Mane. It was called Make Love. It was a little over 5 minutes. I would say 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Gucci Mane, they put lines in there directed to both Azealia Banks and Remy Ma. So, the line went, 1 platinum plaque album flopped. That was the line. So, like I said, that was directed towards Azealia Banks and Remy Ma. And so that was towards few other possibilities as far as few other people that line would fit. You know what I mean? If somebody says something and, a lot of people know, okay, they can only be talking about a couple of people, or this person can only be talking about that person. If you know your details and stuff, especially in the music industry, once you put an album out or something, everybody knows your sales. It's public information. And so I know Nicki Minaj had put out Instagram or whatever, talking about the sales and all that kind of stuff, which nobody cares about that really. People don't really care about that. And so I think that did Nicki Minaj more harm than anything when she put up the stats, if you will. So moving on, like I said, Nicki Minaj and Gucci Mane did a collab, put it out, boom, okay. Less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, y'all. Remy Ma drops this record back to Nicki Minaj. The name of this record was called Shether. Now, as you all may know or may not know, if you're a Nas fan, Remy Ma did her diss record back to Nicki Minaj with Nas playing in the background, from his Ether cut. I listened to it, of course, I have heard it before, but I had to refresh my memory. Ooh, it was fire. And if you don't know, he was this was a diss record to Jay-Z at the time, from Nas to Jay-Z. But it was called Ether. Remy Ma's diss record was a little over 7 minutes. Remy Ma diss record refers to people that Nicki Minaj may have had sex with, and reference to people that have ghostwritten for her. I listened to both of them. And so, ladies and gentlemen, my opinion is Remy Ma put it to Nicki. She did. Like I said, this is my opinion. And in all honesty, Remy Ma, it was fire. It was fire. You gotta go listen to it. And yeah, I listened to Gucci Mane and Nicki Minaj, their make love thing. Her lyrics sucked. They did. Listening to Remy Ma, she didn't have nobody on there. It was just her. She was doing a little background vocals or whatever. It was fire. She did a good diss. And, don't get it twisted. I'm not for all of the big hoopla and the beefing and all of that, and in the rap game and all that. I'm not into all that. But when stuff comes out, you hear about it, because you're always hearing something about something, even if you don't want to hear about it. Somebody's always talking about it. So therefore, some things, when I hear them, I investigate them. And especially if I, have heard whoever's material and I like it a little bit or a lot or don't like it at all. But yeah, it was fire. Like I said, you gotta go listen to it. Remy burnt her up. Remy burnt up Nicki Minaj. Sorry to say. But I would like to hear, your opinion on this. Please give me some feedback on this. I want to hear it. Anyway, next up, moving on. A really good movie to look for. It's not anything recent. It came out in 2015. It's called Man Down with Shia LaBeouf. And, a few other actors and actresses in there that you are familiar with, but, for time's sake. Shia LaBeouf was in a movie called Man Down. Came out in 2015. It's, a war movie, and it has to do with guys that he went to the war with, and it's a story. And I don't ever remember hearing this movie getting any type of awards or anything, which was very surprising to me when I saw the movie. It was a really good movie. It was like a tearjerker. It was a big twist at the end. You didn't see it coming. Yeah, Man Down. Let me know if you guys, watch it, look for it, whatever. Let me know what you think. I thought it was excellent. Question of the day, is, how would you describe yourself in 5 words? How would you describe yourself in 5 words? Okay, so I asked 4 different people about this question about me. I'm not going to tell you who I asked. That's beside the point. Because then you're saying, oh, well, ask whoever it is. These are what I narrowed them down to, because, I had a few extra different words, had some of the same, but then I had to kind of narrow it down, and it was kind of hard. And I felt good after getting the responses that I did get. So, and these are in no specific order. So, number 1 was funny. Number 2 was loving. Number 3 was humble. Number 4 was honest. And number 5 was strong. I do agree with all of those. I think I have a good sense of humor. I do try to be loving, I do try to be very, very humble. Very humble. Because, there's a difference between being humble and, being confident, but then, being something else that is not a good look and is not attractive. You can't be, boastful and, arrogant. You can't be those things. You always have to be humble and be appreciative and be blessed and be thankful. That's what I try to be. And so I have gotten words to say ambitious. Somebody said that I was ambitious. Somebody said that I was sacrificial. I had to look up that word, y'all. Yep, I was told that I was sacrificial, ambitious, happy. All of these words make me feel really, really good. And that's letting me know that I am on the right track as to my legacy. Remember me talking about legacy. But that's what I wanted to talk about this time. Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma. just a hot mess. Y'all be the judge. Listen to both of them and tell me what you think. Like I said, I think Remy Ma burnt Nicki Minaj up. And I think it's far from over. You know, there'll be stuff, you know, being said. Nicki Minaj might come back, you know, with something, whatever. But you know what? If I was Nicki Minaj, or if I got burnt up like I believe that she did, if the media came around to me, or you know, whoever, if they, you know, was looking for a comment or something from me after I got burnt up like that, it's like, no comment. No comment. I ain't got time for this. Next, move on to something else. I'm done. It's over with. Let's move on to something else. That's what I would do. It's like, man, I know I got burnt up. Ain't no use in trying to come back with nothing. Just take the L, take the loss, take it, be done with it. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Let's Talk with Mo. Please continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget, all of my social media information is listed below. I look forward to hearing from you. And as always, like I say, let's talk.